Politics in the United States of America. The left has gotten really left, and the right has gotten really right. Everyone's towing the line, and we're getting nowhere.
Forget it. I don't need to play the intro because we are not really going to talk too much about politics. There's a bunch of breaking news stories going on right now. The first breaking news story that we have to go to is there's reportedly an active shooter in a hospital, St. Vincent's Hospital in Arkansas. There's apparently an active shooter there. We also have massive flooding, as you can see in this video. This is Fort Myers, Florida. Fort Myers, Florida. The storm surge is coming in. Sanibel Island is underwater. There's the one website there for the city of Sanibel that has a bunch of webcams. Almost all of them are out. You see one that is live with rushing water through city streets. This is really bad. This is really bad. And I don't know because the hurricane hasn't even, this is just the beginning of it. It wasn't supposed to make landfall for another hour. So they haven't even hit the eye wall or anything yet from what I understand. So the highest winds haven't come. But this is insane. This is Fort Myers, Florida, underwater. Fort Myers is beautiful. Actually, well, it depends. Naples, which is near Fort Myers, is beautiful. Fort Myers, not so much. When they used to do police, that show Live PD, that was in Fort Myers, I think, in that district there. Look at the flooding that is currently taking place in Florida. That is insane. Absolutely insane. And we have so much more. I've decided that for today, I'm going to stay live here and just keep broadcasting it because everything's so fast and fluid. So if you just a pee-poo, send me a tweet and I'll see it. And then we'll show the videos here. Also, the U.S. Oh my goodness. So on Monday, the United States agreed to $457 million to Ukraine, $500 million. Earlier today, the Senate voted to send $12 billion in additional funding to Ukraine. And now the United States has just announced an additional $1.1 billion in military aid and arms aid to Ukraine. If you don't think we are going to war with Russia, it's going to happen. We are going to end up going to war with Russia, whether or not we want it, whether or not it doesn't matter. This administration, that's the only thing they can do. They are going to do it. It's insane. Ryan Hall, yeah, I know he's live streaming. He's got a tremendous amount of people, 70,000 people watching his live stream right now talking about it. But we're kind of going to jump around. We're going to talk as much as we can about the hurricane because that is the biggest thing. Reed Timmer, dude. I don't know how many of you guys have heard of this dude. He is a badass. You want to see a video that he posted on Twitter a few minutes ago? This dude is insane. There's no other descriptor for it.
Coming over the wall, south side of Pine Island. Just ripping this skywall, wobbling in. Small chance the eye might even come ashore. What's the home here? Take a lot of damage. Serve to inundate the bottom floor.
It's a peak storm surge.
Everybody, live from Pine Island.
Insane. Absolutely insane stuff going on there. And I wasn't watching his live feed. I was out running errands. But a lot of people said he literally just found a place to pull over, grabbed his camera and ran out, and the live stream went dead. He didn't even pay attention to what he was doing because he's just so into documenting this stuff. And he's always out all the time. In regards to the active shooter at St. Vincent Hospital, dozens of authorities, including the FBI, are currently outside the hospital with emerging reports that there are multiple people injured inside the building. It's on lockdown. We don't really have any other information there. Footage from the scene does show heavily armed police, which you could see here, showing heavily armed police arriving. I'll play from the beginning so you could see. Heavily armed police are arriving on scene. We don't know anything other than what I just told you. I will keep following that, and we will bring that to you as it comes. I think it's weird that the FBI is responding. That Fort Myers video, man, I tell you what, that is absolutely crazy. Let's see here. Here's a storm chaser that's currently driving around in South Florida. It doesn't say where. It just says South Florida. You can see some of the damage that he's driving around. No copyright infringement. This is obviously for news reporting. So this is live streaming, live IRL. Oh, I don't know who the hell this is. LSM, live streaming movement or something like that. But he's driving around down there. It looks like it is, I mean, it's definitely windy. No major, pooling of water wherever he is. I would like to know where he is. It just says South Florida. Maybe he's saying it. No, he's not. But they still have power on the lights. I know last night, like I said yesterday, this is Live Storm Media on YouTube. We're also waiting for a White House press conference. We're going to bring that to you as well. I'm old school live streaming this, so we play one at a time, and I'll keep trying to switch back and forth as time comes and as we go. But I'm just going to stay live for a while, so we can try to see what has transpired. April, you can send me any links that you think I should play. Send them to me on Slack. I've got it open. Actually, she just did. Hospital update. We can confirm an active shooter at SVI. No other information will be released at this time. This is apparently from the Sherwood Police Department. One person is in custody. That is not good news, because if they are saying that there is an active shooter and they're not providing any additional information in regards to that active shooter, I can only assume that the outcome is pretty dire. Hold on, I'm trying to... What? You guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to make these pages work. But yeah, one person is in custody in relation to that shooter. Let me see what else we have here. Apparently police in my town are also, and we live in a very small town, but police in my town are looking for someone that stabbed somebody last night. So that's kind of the talk of our area. Granted, where I am now. Look at this. Last moments of, oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Look. There's no sound. This is the last minutes of a webcam as the storm surge moves in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look how quickly the water rises. Oh my gosh. And the camera's under. Oh my gosh. That was high. Look at it from the very beginning. I don't know how tall those are. That's at least 4 or 5 feet, and the camera's up even higher. And then the camera, I'm assuming that's underwater now. My goodness. Absolutely insane. This is a powerful, I think it's still a category 4, right? I believe it's still a category 4. They're saying now, is this, so when was this? This was, oh, that was this morning. DeSantis is holding a presser. Let's listen.
Just hit Florida. Michael, Hurricane Andrew, Labor Day hurricane many, many decades ago. Yes. Have we had big storms that left a lot of water and flooding? We had Irma recently. This is really bringing both to the table. I mean, you're going to have massive amount of power hitting that coastline with really, really strong winds. That is going to do a lot of wind damage. But you also have the storm is so massive, And people are kind of comparing this to the track that Charlie took in 2004, because Charlie was like this, was expected to hit Tampa Bay. It turned and ended up hitting Southwest Florida. Charlie was strong, but it was a fraction of the size of what we're dealing with here with Hurricane Ian. So the effects of this are going to be broad, and we appreciate the Biden administration's consideration for the people of Florida during this time of need. When I was in Lake City, you had massive numbers of linemen, but you have those staged all over the state. There's now over 42,000 linemen and other personnel ready to restore power in 30 different areas across the state. And those linemen and other associated personnel hail from, of course, many from Florida, but from 27 different states. Of course, our Department of Transportation does have 1,200 personnel on standby to perform cut and toss operations, understanding how important it is to get those roadways clear as soon as possible. Supplies will be brought in by plane, boat, and by high water vehicle. Airports in Southwest Florida do have teams behind, and they are going to work to clear those runways as soon as the storm has passed. We appreciate the Florida National Guard's really impressive mobilization of over 5,000 folks, as well as 2,000 additional guardsmen from other states. They have 9 Chinook helicopters ready to go, and additional 22 helicopters will be coming in after landfall that will be here within the next 24 hours. Kevin will talk a little bit more about this, but we have the 5 urban search and rescue teams. You'll hear from FWC about what they're doing. High water vehicles from Florida Highway Patrol, and of course our Coast Guard partners. There is going to be a massive effort as soon as it passes Southwest Florida to be able to get out, recon the area, and identify areas where there may be a need of rescue services. And some of these counties obviously know where residents decided to hunker down in, so they're going to be looking there first. But this is going to be really, really important to be able to get, I think in Hurricane Michael, I mean, it took a few days to be able to get into Mexico Beach. We have the air assets to be able to recon and know where the response efforts need to go. And so in total, we have nearly 250 aircraft, more than 1,600 high water vehicles, and more than 300 boats of all drafts and sizes, including 250 already in the major impacted areas and nearly 50 that are staged and ready to come in as needed. These include smaller rescue-oriented boats, airboats, and larger boats that will be delivering supplies by water if need be. I want to thank the 26 states that have sent us support, including Tennessee, Virginia, Montana, New York, Colorado, Indiana, New Jersey, and Georgia. I just spoke with Kay Ivey from Alabama, and she's supporting sending.
Here, hold on right now. Another video out of Naples is showing my radar weather verified account on Twitter is saying that Naples has seen storm surge of 9 to 12 feet so far. Insane.
Recently. So these guys are good. Ask us. We want to send more. And so we really appreciate that consideration. And if we need that, we certainly will do that. We also understand that people that are displaced are going to need assistance. So the Department of Economic Opportunity has already deployed funding and guidance through community action agencies to help Floridians in need of short-term support, like utilities, hotel bills, and transportation, if they have been displaced by this storm. Please continue to monitor local reports, weather reports. Be very cautious about going out into hazardous conditions. And then once the storm passes your area, just make sure that you're very careful, because there's going to be a lot of things, a lot of hazards that are going to be down on the ground. I know there's a lot of people that have reached out. First of all, I want to say thanks. A lot of people have offered thoughts and prayers for the folks that are in the eye of this storm, and that means a lot to us. There's also people that want to be able to do their part, and so I've directed Volunteer Florida to activate the Florida Disaster Fund, where people can donate. It's much better to donate financially rather than sending items. We have everything we need in terms of the immediate response needs, but there will be thousands of Floridians who will need help rebuilding, and to contribute.
These are swimmers getting into the storm surge in Fort Myers, Florida. These people are fucking nuts. These are swimmers getting into the storm surge. Oh my gosh. Are they trying to die? Like, look, the other person just popped up way over there. Are they trying to die? Why would you do that? Oh my gosh. Don't do that. If you live in Florida, do not do that. Look at them. What idiots. I guarantee they voted for Biden. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just saw that video. Oh my goodness. April, I'm going to retweet this to you, or I'm going to send it to you.
But we understand a storm of this magnitude is going to require an effort over an extended period of time. Those are good folks down in Southwest Florida. They've got really great, thriving communities. This is not anything anyone wants to deal with. It's not something we certainly asked for, but we're going to step up. We're going to be there for folks, and we're going to make sure that folks get back on their feet, and Southwest Florida comes back better than ever. Okay, Kevin Guthrie.
Thank you, Governor. As the governor has said, Hurricane Ian is approaching landfall as a Category 4 storm with winds of 155 miles per hour in Lee and Charlotte counties. At this time, the division has received nearly 1,000 resource requests from our impacted local partners, and 864 of those are either in process or completed. We are working as quickly as we can to address the needs of those impacted areas. This morning, I talked with each and every local emergency manager in the direct path of the storm. If you are sheltering in place in the path of the storm, we're asking you to now please visit floridadisaster.org/info and fill out our shelter in place survey. Jeez. Again, that is floridadisaster.org/info to fill out our shelter in place survey. The shelter-in-place survey is designed to provide critical information to first responders about the demographics of your household so that they can aid your families as soon as possible. This is primarily for those who did not evacuate, so that we know where you're at. This is not a substitute for 911. If you have an immediate need and you need first responder assistance, you need to dial 911. Please understand that those 911 services may not be able to come to you right now. But again, if you need emergency services, dial 911. Even if it is calm outside, you may be in the eye of the storm. I encourage if everything stops, the storm is not over. If you can hear us, if you can see us on your TV, you're most likely to have bright, sunshiny area here very soon. You're in the eye of the storm. Stay inside. Stay indoors. Do not go outside. You do not know when that eye wall will collapse. So please stay safe. Avoid down power lines and down trees and standing water when it is over. Use extreme caution. If you see any type of line, do not cut them. Do not cut fiber optic lines. Fiber optics are the backbone of our communication system that allows us to have connectivity for your cellular devices on wireless networks. It provides access to the internet. It provides access to social media. Please do not cut fiber optic lines. To the communities beginning to experience these devastating impacts of Hurricane Ian, know that the state of Florida is standing with you. We have plenty of resources to respond to your need. We have thousands of boats on the ground. We have thousands of boots on the ground. We're ready to assist you. We will make sure that all available resources are used to help you through this difficult time. Please do everything you can right now to stay safe. Thank you, Governor, very much for the opportunity to be here and be your director.
Thank you. All right, Colonel Roger Young, Director of the Division of Law Enforcement, Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission.
Thank you, Governor. Appreciate it. Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Director, for your leadership and support as always, but especially during these trying times. So on behalf of the FWC, I'm Colonel Roger Young, and know that the men and women of the FWC send our prayers and support to all those in the path of the storm at this time. But also know that the FWC...
Yeah, real quick, just so you guys know, just because it's extremely important and it doesn't happen much, Reed Timmer has said he's abandoned his Dominator, which is his vehicle, Subaru, salvage science bag, retreated to shelter, very intense. He bailed. I have never seen Reed Timmer bail from covering a crazy weather event until today. How insane is this? My goodness.
To everyone, and the FWC officers will be ready for response. Thank you.
Okay, Agency for Healthcare Administration, we have our Secretary, Simone Marstiller.
Governor, thank you very much for your leadership. Director Guthrie, you as well. Good afternoon. As the eye of Hurricane Ian makes for Ian's impact, since the beginning of the emergency, our agency has been focused on the safety and well-being of residents and patients and hospitals and long-term care facilities. We've activated the health facility reporting system, and we've requested and still do request that all healthcare facilities continue to report their census, their available beds, their evacuation status, and their generator status information. And that includes even facilities that might be outside of the impacted areas, because we need to be sure that we can provide the necessary resources to assist everyone when the time comes for response and recovery. As of today, ACA's teams have coordinated with our licensed healthcare facilities in evacuating more than 7,000 patients and residents from 150 facilities. Additionally, our team has activated the Emergency Patient Lookup System, or E+. This system allows special needs shelters in impacted areas to retrieve patient medical records and help medical providers and emergency response personnel to locate missing or displaced persons after the storm. We also have nearly 400 ambulances, paratransit buses, and support vehicles standing by to respond to the areas of impact. In addition to ACA's team's regular visits to all of our licensed healthcare facilities, we have completed more than 343 additional on-site visits to our nursing homes and assisted living facilities within the cone of expectance to verify generator compliance in response to Hurricane Ian. Today, and I know you've heard the governor say this over the last few days, but 100% of our operating long-term care facilities have generators on site. We've also worked very closely with our partners at the Florida Hospital Association, the Florida Healthcare Association and Leading Age, Florida Senior Living, and the Florida Assisted Living Associations, and we've activated, working with them, the Patient Movement Mission. We know that facilities are currently bracing for impact as Hurricane Ian is anticipated to make landfall here shortly. Following the storm, the Agency for Healthcare Administration stands ready to immediately deploy our surveyors for on-site visits to the impacted facilities. During these visits, we will ensure that each facility is maintaining an appropriate temperature for residents and that all other conditions in those facilities are safe for residents. If you are a patient or resident or family member of someone in one of our long-term care facilities or any other healthcare facility, and you experience any issues during the storm that are related to that facility or your stay there or the service, please know that you can lodge a complaint with the Agency for Healthcare Administration on our website, and that's ahca.myflorida.com, using our online complaint portal. If you are a licensed healthcare provider and experience any issue through our health facility reporting system immediately so that we know exactly what your status is and what we need to do to provide you the resources and help that you need. Moving forward, the agency will continue to require these kinds of status reports for power outages, bed availability, and other needs. This has truly been a collaborative effort, and I and my team appreciate all of the work that our agency partners have been putting in. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you. So as we see power outages accumulate over the next day, 2 days, the crews that are assembled, massive number of individuals, not every power outage is going to be created equal across the state. over the next 2 days, when you have a storm coming in at 155 miles an hour, that's not just going to knock down a few power lines.
We'll listen to it while we see what else is going on, because there's a tremendous amount of craziness. This is, again, a live look at what's going on here. I wonder, can I? Let me see. I suppose I could do it this way. Yeah. 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 Sorry. It's been one of those days today. You know, it just has. Oh, so I got to do this, and then I can do that, and then this, and then, oh gosh, this, and then this. We'll make it big. Again, fair use. We're just showing this for the news. Everyone can watch this on Live Storms Media. Also waiting on a White House press briefing that's going to start eventually. This is the Weather Channel, so we don't need this one up because that's not going to go. I was looking at stuff on Amazon after, which is why that doesn't show up. This is live view damage in Cape Coral, Florida. I ducked the wrong way. Man, this is insane. I don't care who you are right there. There's a fire earlier. Knocked down power lines. Absolutely nutty stuff going on. Let me see if I can't find any more. Oh, here's a good video. What is this? Hurricane Ian hits Florida. This is apparently... Oh, this is just a compilation video. Just a compilation. I see how they roll. God, look at that. That is insane. Oh, so this was interesting. This camera was the only one that was working, and it's not anymore. But these are all camera pictures. Hold on, let me mute that. These are all camera pictures. So you could see the screenshots right before the cameras died of the different places. Like this one's underwater. It doesn't see, not all the cameras are done though. Like this is a neighborhood. This behind my head right there, neighborhood. That is a street. This one that you see here, street. That's a street. That's a street. This is Sanibel Island. Sanibel Island is completely underwater. Absolutely tutti frutti. Insane in the membrane. Also, Karine Jean-Pierre is going to be holding a press briefing eventually. And it's going to be interesting. Northport is a city in Sarasota, just north of where this will make landfall, someone says. Hopefully you guys are safe. If any of you guys are in Florida, I saw one person on Twitter, or I'm sorry, one person on YouTube said that they're just north of Tampa. If you are and you could safely take a photo or a short video, feel free to put it on Twitter and tag us in it at Steve Oatley, and then we could share. Someone said, why would you have to tell people not to mess with electrical and fiber optics? I say survival of the fittest. Yeah, it's crazy. But unfortunately, you do have to tell people that. This video is absolutely insane. This is Fort Myers, Florida. Keep in mind, the hurricane is still in, a half an hour now from, this was an hour ago. Flooded out Fort Myers, Florida. This is a storm surge there. Absolutely crazy. And there's a lot of video that's on social media showing it. It's absolutely insane. I don't care who you are right there. That's just crazy. My goodness. This is Reed Timmer. Dude's crazy.
Inundation.com, everybody. It's coming in the house. In the house. 12, 16, expected.
Dude's insane. You couldn't pay me to go stand out in a hurricane right now. No way. I've seen it. Insane. I wonder, let me see if I can't find on the other page. This is the live feed still of storm chasers on YouTube. I know there were several, but I'm guessing they're all going to start having some internet hiccups where it's not going to work here. So here's another video. This is the Sunshine Skyway over Tampa Bay. That's a 24/7 feed. Actually, let me do this. Crazy shit. Oh, here's DeSantis's
I think
audio.
some heeded the warnings, but I think it's because the forecast can kind of be all over the map that sometimes people say, well, you said it was there, then you said it was there. I think in the future, we tried to stress the uncertainty. When you have a model taking it to Louisiana and another model taking it to Sarasota, and then you just kind of meet, I mean, it's not probably the ideal situation. Now that we're close, once you're within 72, certainly 48, I mean, those are very accurate forecasts. But before that, I mean, there's just so much uncertainty. But I think sometimes people think, well, you said it was going to be here, and then now you're saying it's going to be here. So we'll see how it goes. I know the folks in Lee County, once that forecast changed, I know they acted very quickly, as they should have. And I know that they provided people with an ample opportunity to be able to evacuate. I do think some heeded it. Some did not and chose to hunker down, and hopefully, the people that made that choice, that it works out favorably for them.
Issues are going to be specifically for the Tampa Bay area when it comes to rescue efforts from the state. What do you think the biggest issues
In the Tampa Bay area for rescue? Well, I mean, obviously, we have enough assets and we understand that this is a big impact, that the rescue efforts are not going to be limited to one municipality or one county. I mean, you're going to potentially have more. My hope is that you're not going to need massive rescue efforts the further away you are from the storm. I also have a huge amount of confidence in the folks in the Tampa Bay area. You look at the sheriff's departments, these are very first-rate operations. They have excellent ability to respond to that. Kevin will be here. Our folks will be here if needed. But our sense is that the further away from the storm, probably the local responders are going to be able to handle that. Here in Southwest Florida, you're going to have all those local responders out, but then you're also going to have all this support, Coast Guard, FWC, you're going to have National Guard. I mean, this is a really, really concerted effort, and that's just the reality when you have such a significant impacted spot. So hopefully they don't need us to fleet resources up. We will do it if there is really significant. But you look at the guys they got up there, Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee. I mean, those are really, really professional operations. Did you want Shimon, you said?
I did.
Okay.
Just one follow-up question. You mentioned that there were 150 facilities with evacuated patients, and 15 of them are hospitals. How many nursing homes patients were involved in? And there's always the issue of transfer trauma in transfer of an evacuation. How many? What are you doing to kind of anticipate that trauma on those individuals?
Well, to answer your how many question first, nursing homes that have been evacuated, at least again, most recent information I have, 40, ALFs 91. The number of ALF residents, 3,012, and that's the most recent information I have as of probably 10 o'clock or so this morning, remembering that the facilities are self-reporting into our health facility reporting system. Now, to answer your other question, the Agency for Healthcare Administration has many partners involved in the effort to move patients when they need to be moved. Not only do the facility staff have a role to play, but all of the associations that I mentioned earlier, right? So the Hospital Association, Healthcare Association, Leading Age, all of those individuals are directly, they directly work with their member facilities, so nursing homes and ALFs. So it's a coordinated effort to make sure that the individuals can be placed in the right location for them, keeping in mind their health needs. Our health facility reporting system is also used to find where there are vacancies in other facilities. Many of these nursing homes in particular, have sister facilities elsewhere in the state. So it makes that kind of transfer a lot easier and less stressful on the individuals who have to change their environment.
So we'll have another update in another few hours. I would just say it seems like over the last 12 to 24 hours, every time you look at this storm, it's just been bad news. It gets stronger, it gets larger, and we really appreciate people's concern for Florida. We do appreciate the prayers. I'm going to be saying prayers that the folks there are able to get through this as best as humanly possible. This is a really, really significant storm. It will be one of the storms people always remember when they think about Southwest Florida. Probably be the big one that they always remember. And if you know anything about our state, you go to Panama City, that Michael is just part of the DNA of the community. Homestead, Hurricane Andrew is just part of the DNA of the community. This Ian is going to rank up there with that. So we need the thoughts and prayers over the near term, and then there's going to be a huge effort on the back end to help people and to get the communities back on their feet. Thank you.
This is Siesta Beach, Florida. And then we've got Inglewood, Florida, but this camera has frozen. I'll keep it up just for a second. This is the Skyway over Tampa Bay. This one is a view of Tampa, apparently. This one is a storm chaser somewhere, but I almost feel like this video is on repeat. It almost feels like it's on repeat because it seems that he keeps showing the same things. Man, the wind is kicking. Is that a power line down? Not yet. So I should put these together. So these guys are storm chasers. This one is Texas storm chasers. He's just been parked here for a minute on top of a hill looking down at the roadway there. This one is live storm media. Wow, the wind is cranking. Listen. It doesn't even look like it's raining that much. When we were in the one hurricane that hit as a Category 1, it didn't even, like, there were no trees fell, but not by us. Look at it. It goes flying. You know? Here's the other fella. And then you've got this camera, Tampa, Inglewood. Just turning all the mics back on. This one is Siesta Beach. It's wet, but the waves aren't even that crazy. This one is Flagler Beach, which I don't know where that is in relation to everything. This was that press conference that's over. White House press conference is going to be beginning eventually. Pretty crazy, man. It is pretty crazy.
Starting to get blasted with some very heavy bad winds right now. And yes, we do actually work with any scientist that, wants to use our videos for research purposes or even collecting some of our data, surge probes and whatnot.
the other one.
I mean, if the center ever decides to move north again, we will.
I'm looking at the videos on the other page. It seems like a lot of them are just sitting. This is Tampa. No audio from that one. I don't know where you're.
Getting a lot of requests to show the canal again.
I don't know where they're
Getting a lot of
going.
requests to show the canal. All right, that's perfectly fine. We can definitely show
Here's
the canal.
another fella. This is the live landfall. That's what the caption says. Oh wait, you guys aren't seeing shit. I'm in preview mode. Or maybe you are seeing it still. I have no idea.
It went up a little.
I'm guessing that this is not close, so let me get rid of that one.
Yeah.
The Storm Chaser. This one is J-Jack Storm Tracks. J-Jack Storm Tracks. He has no chat available, and so you can't send super chats or anything. Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at a different one. Yes. This one. This is his page. J-Jack Storm Tracks. You could send him super chats and all that for being out there. I guess he's going to be trying to get in the eye or something like that. He's going to try to go get up all in that eye. You know?
Double espresso here.
He wants to get up in there. Trying to see what else. Oh, April got another video. This is from
All
Twitter.
right, guys, just a couple more minutes.
Showing the storm surge. And this is in Naples, Florida. Gonna lose the boats, he says.
Time to get out.
That's crazy. I thought being in fire, I thought I was afraid of fire. I couldn't, I don't think I could be anywhere near here. It scared the shit out of me. They're saying that Fort Myers, here's another crazy video. Fort Myers, here, let me just go here. Is it going to show right there? We saw that one already. This is Fort Myers. A gust knocked over this person. Almost. Yeah, we know it's windy. It's a hurricane. You know what I mean? Where's this one? Naples Outer Bands. I just get so much random shit on my page. I was trying to find this video so I don't have to keep opening new tabs, you know? Look at this. This is Fort Myers. The caption is crazy. It says, I don't know if Fort Myers Beach could be any worse position. 6 feet above the ground with debris in the water. It's amazing they're still getting enough cell signal out there to capture these. You know what I mean? These videos. That's amazing. Considering the water is that crazy. I already showed that one. Insane stuff. We will cover this when it does begin. Or maybe the audio side of it. Crazy shit. is another guy that's out there. This one is vortex chasing. Guy, reporter on Fox News, looks like he's gonna fly away, does he? Let's see. Is Fox News even covering this? I'm surprised they're not like pushing some CRT agenda or something. I really hate Fox News, probably more than I hate CNN now. I just don't believe they're good. Here's another live stream apparently. It's a storm chasing video. Let me see. Again, fair use. I say who it is. I'm not making it my own. Okay. Just in case people want to feel froggy. It's windy. Doesn't look like it's raining too hard there. This is Charlotte Harbor, Florida. And then this is the Jai Jack guy. Fuck, dude, I keep doing this. All right, so this one's frozen. Let me get this one out of here.
I'm like not even wet. It like blew dry me. The videos, dude, when you look at the video, it doesn't do it justice on how hard the wind is blowing too, because like.
This is Campo. Fucking insane. Insane in the moon brain. I tried to write chasers and I wrote VHSDRTD because I wasn't like lining up my fingers. I'm a goofball. Surprised there's not as many, there's not more people down there. You know? Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna look up a Fox News coverage box. Actually, let's do it this way.
984 millivolts.
I'm gonna get 2 more monitors eventually that go like up there. You know what I mean? Kind of like the Brad guy that does the weather chasing. He's got like 8 monitors all around him. I mean, why not? Someday. Is it overkill? Yeah. I'm gonna do it on him.
We are gonna feel that wall.
Here's
we're gonna have those
Fox News
sustained
fella.
winds and gusts that are potentially, you know, if we thought we were having electrical problems before with transformers blowing up and trees going down, we're likely going to see some big time pops during that scene. And hopefully guys like that who just drove by take shelter, because even though that truck is huge, they're going to take debris hitting it. No doubt. We're going to brace ourselves for that as that eye wall is that dirty side is going to make its way through here. And that's also, John, another time when that water is going to surge up. It's going to increase, and those boats that are lined up over there, they may come undone.
Breaking news, if you live in Naples, Naples has now instituted or issued an emergency citywide curfew to protect and safeguard the health, safety, and welfare of Naples residents, visitors, and first responders. It's effective immediately and until further notice. If you live in Naples, stay in your home if it's still there, because Naples flooded really, really, really bad too.
I'm safe.
You know.
Helmet,
the whole deal. We're ready for the eye wall. I just hope that people are hunkering down in their homes or they've evacuated. One of the two. Too late to evacuate now if you haven't.
I mean, we're about 10 minutes now, Robert, from when the expected hurricane at a Cat 4, Category 4 storm is expected to make landfall. We know the eye of that storm, the eye wall of the storm, has already...
So there's a lot of storm chasers out there. So you got this guy. Look, there's people in the street. They're just chilling. They're like, how you doing? Naples winds are 112 miles an hour. Is that sustained winds, Robert Morse? Sustained winds? Should I put a chat on the screen when it's on this page so you guys can see all the chat from all the different platforms? Nah, people hate that. What time will it make landfall? Right around now it's supposed to. He's hidden behind the live counter. Huh?
Gusting to about 100 miles an hour.
Look at that.
And all that stuff, I appreciate it, but I understand that some people just want to watch, and that's perfectly fine, but everyone can like the video for me. I really appreciate it if you do. Subscribe as well.
This is his page, Vortex Chasing.
Just glad you guys are here to watch. And Brad's got a live stream going too, so this is...
Yeah, go watch mine, don't watch it.
we enjoy doing this.
Is it loud in there?
Yeah. Yeah, boy. What gauge?
I don't think I've ever seen Freddie run so fast.
He had help. Yeah, Brandon's just on the other. Well, it's just a little past that bridge out there, but he's just to our north.
Got to.
Talking to live. At first, I thought his.
Definitely. It's kind of crazy because we just started watching these feeds just a few minutes ago, and to see how quickly it's picked up. Remember, we were watching this feed and it barely even looked like the wind was blowing because I'm like, it doesn't even look like it's raining. Now look at the winds. Those are what you call sustained winds, where it's just going and going and going and going and going. It's freaking nutty. Nutty. Look at this one. This is shaking, like, remember that old, no, whatever. Forget it. You guys aren't going to get it. Here's the Tampa bridge. The bridges are all closed there. Look at how high the water is. I wonder if it'll crest. I don't know how high the bridge is typically over the water. Can you imagine if it was that high, and what kind of devastation that would do into the city of Tampa as well? That would have to be a massive storm surge. I wonder what the biggest storm, April, can you look that up if you feel like it? Or any of you guys in the chat? What is the highest storm surge ever reported during a hurricane, regardless of where it was? This is a crazy darn picture, though. I don't care who you are. Here's another Tampa picture. This one is just revolving around, or it's switching a bunch of pictures. Yeah. Here's another one. This is Fox News. Should we listen?
And Steve, go ahead.
He's in Placidia.
looks like he's trying to get back inside.
Trying to take
cover. And I don't blame him. I mean,
wow,
he isn't the worst of it there, because where Robert Ray was, it was a little drier than where Steve is. When you look at the satellite picture, you see those red bands. That's where Steve is in all of that rain, which is right on the north side of the storm. Oh, he's back out. Why don't you ask him something?
Steve, how's it going?
Yeah, I can't. I'll tell you, Sandra, I can't hear anything and I can't see anything. So someone just got to shout for me to keep
Highest
talking.
storm surge, 28
Well, thank you for
feet,
staying
and that
with
was
us.
The real concern is...
Go ahead.
It's a pleasure.
That's
I think the initial concern is going to be this wind, right? 155 miles per hour, catastrophic. It could take buildings completely down, could take roofs off, could knock out electric power. But we're already seeing a major storm surge. In places like Naples, far from here, they've already hit more than a record. Oh, there goes the light. Tomas is okay, though.
Oh, boy.
They've already hit a record for that storm surge, so we could see 12 to 18 feet of storm surge after this goes through. So it's really, you get punched by the wind.
Man, I'm impressed by the live views during this.
And then there could be flooding. I'm starting to see bits of metal now fly off of this
That's Fox
condominium
News if you guys want to
behind
watch on Fox. I just switch back and forth between them all. These are storm chasers. This guy is Jack Storm Tracks. Let's just watch it for a second. Here, we'll do something too, because a lot of these people, I can send super chats to them and stuff. So if you want to support the streams as they come up, send a super chat with like the name of it, and I'll send them or not a super chat, rather a like Cash App or Venmo, and I'll send it to them that way. You know, we used to do that a lot with when we covered protests and stuff. Just things are much tighter now, you know. But yeah, anyway, or just go to their page. That's probably an easier way. Just go to their page, like this guy. And I've been showing him. This is J-Jack. You become a subscriber, and then you can send him a couple of bucks. This is another one. This is Storm Chaser Corey Gherkin. He's out there. He doesn't have a lot of subs. Let's give him some subs. Maybe he just started. Storm Chaser Corey Gherkin.
501 subs. Keep it up.
He's got 60 people watching him.
Yeah, we got stuff flying through the air now.
I don't know where he is. It's not letting me type on his video. Hold on. Uh-oh. It said I wasn't logged in. Well, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Is this still a Cat 4 or did they bump it up?
It's right here. Storm Chaser Corey Gherkin.
The next update's coming out in 3 minutes. But on radar, it has 100-mile-an-hour wind just south of your location. That's higher up in the atmosphere, but just saying.
Again, this guy is Storm Chaser Corey Gherkin. I don't know anything about him, but he needs subscribers. He's at 502.
God dang this thing.
Let's get him up to like...
How did I drop in the water? Now it's working.
We used to be really good at this. How many people do I have watching on YouTube right now?
I don't know, Corey. I think you want to go on the other side.
Let me see.
It's super windy over
240.
Here. Blown around like it.
Yeah. So I want you guys to do something on the chat. Everyone, just go give this guy a follow real quick. I just put his link in the chat. Just go give him a follow and then come back to my channel. Give him a subscribe.
Stuff you see flying through the air now. A little bit here and there.
You think we're gonna get slammed still?
Huh?
You think we're gonna
give
get
him a sub
still?
and then come back. Let's see him freak out because he gets like 200 or 300 more.
I think I found that.
What do you say, Adam?
I just saw a video of an entire roof blown apart.
Yeah, I'll put it on Citizen Stringer as well. Give him lots of follows.
85 people? 92?
Yep, we're in it. We're in the thick of it, and the live is actually working good, and I'm surprised.
I am too.
Yeah, you guys are doing fantastic.
Wish we had some better views, but that's what it is.
Or Adam was here, that'd be nice. I'm so bummed about my cell phone.
I don't know why it's not opening up.
Want to put the bird up?
28 feet for Katrina.
Fucking killed someone because it just 80-mile-an-hour drone at someone.
28 feet. I think it was 27.8 feet. Let me see. Let me refresh it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, he did.
Let's go back over there. My foot's starting to hurt bad again.
This guy, nice of him, and kind of blocked the wind. We were rocking pretty bad for a little while.
I wish they were kind of out and had a better view.
No, I'm gonna keep the camera on these buildings.
He's got 500. So he just crossed. Whoops, he just crossed 500, and now he's after we put it out. He's got 582 subs.
Like I said, you can see some of the stuff. Can you see it flopping?
Oh yeah,
Then there you can see some stuff falling out of the sky here.
And then it comes back. I wanted to hear him say like shout out to Citizen Stringer or something, but
ripped off. Wasn't very dramatic.
Yeah, we're on like literally the edge of the eye wall.
Yeah.
It's taking its sweet time, fully kicking in.
You guys think we're gonna get the eye still?
Oh yeah, we're smack dab in it.
Go down.
Hey, Adam. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking red dot's not gonna be on, so I'm not gonna be able.
let's see.
Me in the center of the eye.
He's over at 600 subs now.
Yeah, I can't. I've been trying to look for you guys to stop.
Yeah, you probably won't see it because you need me to go to the left just a hair. Yeah, I want you to
Loving 2 limes 2 times.
I can actually just film it.
Tweeted or wrote on there. Look at these pictures. Oh, tree down, power line down. Power line down. Man, where is he? Power line down. Oh, he may be trapped soon. You're gonna have to drive on the sidewalk, sir.
Wow. That far from the center?
I would say the only people driving around right now would likely be criminals or media or first responders. Right? I can't imagine anybody else would be out there. Let's go back.
I think it's coming up. I know, it stinks. I think it's coming up. Go, turn around. It stinks really bad. I want to go back to the place. Oh my god, dude. Do you smell that? That is awful.
April, that link didn't work.
I don't know. It kind of still looks like it has. What is that? Winds at 4,500 though.
Was this him?
No longer responding to
no, this is different.
I don't know. Drop one in the stairwell real quick and hurry up. Like later. So no one finds
That guy feeding the corner over there didn't realize he's on live.
Oh yeah, I've seen. I'm so ticked about me not being responsible and charging my fucking phone.
Alright, so I don't know where they are. So, where's that guy that got stuck?
Drive down that lane.
This one? I guess he got around.
388. Is it? Yeah. Oh, there's a piece of all that styrofoam upside down. Here. See if I can get something left here.
Here's a person risking his life to save a cat stuck on the air conditioner. My goodness. How the hell do they even see that? That's freaking nuts, bro. Look at the water. That's not supposed to be there.
Look at Michael saving the kitty. Aww.
My gosh, look at that. Think about the damage. Oh, look at the poor kitty cat. I'm super allergic to cats, but I love them. You'll never hear me say that again. No, Matt, I don't like fucking cats.
All right, let me think about this.
I do like cats, but I'm allergic. And we have like neighborhood cats that keep coming up to our house all the time.
That light pole that's shaking violently right there.
I really enjoy Tic Tacs entirely too much. I ate that this morning for breakfast. Now I don't have any more. I don't even have any food in this office. I got like chips and shit at the other one. Look at that.
We're outside of that park area.
People walking around.
Getting off of one. Yeah.
Another one.
Thanks for subscribing, Jaded. Welcome.
What's this fella doing?
Yeah, we'll have to deal with the focus issue, but trying to let you guys see these roofs up. Well, let me get my finger in here. That one, right there, that roof has already got some stuff flopping around.
There's another storm chaser. Look at the sky. Look how quickly it's moving. It's crazy. So powerful.
Her,
all right,
her
let's
focus
listen to this for a minute. We
wanting
have to.
Deal
For
with
the betterment of our
combat
country.
food insecurity in America. And this is something that he was lifting up and honoring. And again, he knows that he's going to see her family this coming Friday. There's a bill signing that's going to happen in renaming a VA clinic in Indiana after the late Congresswoman. He knows that he is going to see her family, and she was at top of mind.
The State Department's Amos Hochstein within the past few days has met with the Saudi Prince MBS. What is the U.S. telling Riyadh and OPEC more broadly about an upcoming output decision?
So I don't have any details of that meeting. As you know, that is indeed, we had some White House officials in the region most recently. I don't have any more details to share.
The EU said any deliberate disruption of the Nord Stream pipeline would be met with robust and united response. Does that united response include the U.S.? And what type of responses should we expect, given how important that asset is to the region?
So, as I just mentioned before, it's going to take some time to see who is behind this, and so there's an investigation underway. And I will say that attacks on critical infrastructure of our European and NATO allies is a matter of concern for us. And we will continue to be vigilant on this and coordinate with our allies and partners. But again, the investigation, as we understand it, is going to take some time, and it's underway.
The Energy Secretary said today in an interview with Bloomberg that all energy infrastructure operators in the Baltic Sea area, as well as U.S. LNG ships bringing LNG over to the EU, need to be on, quote, high alert, given what we've seen with the pipelines. Has there been a shift in the U.S. security posture in the region because of the allegations of potential sabotage?
Don't have anything to share on any shift of security posture in the region. But look, we take this, we take this very seriously, and this is of concern to us. And so again, we're going to let the investigation happen, occur. It's going to take some time, and we will be there for our European partners and allies, and also our NATO allies.
You detailed this strenuously at the top. This was so transparent and so telegraphed in terms of the referenda and the kind of sham annexation efforts. Why wait until after annexation to take action in terms of imposing costs economically? Is this a legal issue? Is this making sure people are united? Why wait until it's done when you know it's coming?
So that is the posture that we all taking with our allies and partners. Look, we are, but again, it does not take away from the fact, the pure fact that we are prepared to impose swift and severe economic cost on Russia when they move forward with annexation on individual and entities inside and outside of Russia that provide support for this action. We will continue to stand with the people of Ukraine as they defend their territory. Look, there was a process here. We knew this was coming. This was part of the Kremlin playbook. But if they do indeed move forward and they move forward with the annexation, we will be prepared with our partners and allies.
And just one more quick follow-up, because I'm trying to get my head around the response. If the late Congresswoman was top of mind for the president and her family was expected to be here, and that's what he was thinking about, why was he looking for her? I'm not trying to be snarky here.
No, I mean, and I'm...
Between what you were saying and what he said there.
And again, I think people can understand. I think the American people out there who, watch the briefing from time to time, maybe at this moment, will understand when someone is at top of mind. And this was such an important event when we're talking about hunger, when we're talking about food insecurity, when we're talking about these champions, these congressional champions who were in the room, who have worked in a bipartisan way. We don't talk much about bipartisan actions that we see in Congress at this time. And as he was naming folks, she was on top of mind, and he understands and knew that he was going to see her family on Friday for this bill signing. Again, I don't think it's all that unusual to have someone top of mind, especially as there's a big event, two big events today and also Friday that is going to occur. And so he's going to see her family. They're going to honor her. They're going to celebrate her, and he will do a bill signing for this really critical, let's not forget, this critical, important issue for millions and millions of Americans across the country.
Thanks, Karine. To figure out who it was, would the U.S. consider that to qualify as an attack on a NATO ally worthy of retaliation?
So I don't want to get ahead of the investigation. We have to see who is behind this at this time. I understand the question because it is a pipeline, and it is going to affect certainly our NATO allies. But we want to see where the investigation goes. Again, an attack on critical infrastructure of our European allies and NATO, our European partners and NATO allies is a matter of concern for us. But we will be there, and we will be ready to react once we have the investigation is completed.
Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev said that Russia has the right to defend itself with nuclear weapons, and that NATO would be too scared of a nuclear apocalypse to retaliate. Is he right about that?
So let me say this again, and I've said this many times from this podium, so have my colleagues. There is one person responsible for this war that was started by the Kremlin, this war that was started by Putin, and he is that person. He is responsible for this war. And he decided that he wanted to brutally attack Ukraine on this unprovoked war. And this is on him. This is on Putin. Putin is the one that could stop this war anytime. And look what we're seeing.
Hold on. Too many windows open. That happens. Bear with me a second. See, and the reason why it doesn't impact this live stream is because it's run on a separate computer. But still frozen.
They are signing petitions. Many of them do not want to fight this war or die for this war. You know why? Because it is incredibly unpopular. This war is not a popular war for President Putin. And what we're seeing in Ukraine is we're seeing the Ukrainian people bravely defend their freedom, bravely defend their sovereignty.
Coming into us right now, Brock, as the governor just gave an update top of the last hour saying that this is a major storm. The strengthening overnight has been really significant.
NATO would be too afraid of a nuclear apocalypse to retaliate if Russia were to use nuclear weapons.
So I will say this. We take Russia's threat to use nuclear weapons seriously. and we have been saying that the last couple of days in this briefing room. You've heard that from the National Security Advisor as well. You've heard that from the President last week when he was at the UN. But we have not seen any reason to adjust our own nuclear posture. And to be clear, we will not be deterred from supporting Ukraine. We have been clear that United States will support Ukraine as they defend their country and their democracy against Russian aggression for as long as it takes, as have our allies and partners, including the G7. And that's what I can speak to. I can speak to your question, I can speak to what our allies are willing to do, and that's continue to defend and to help Ukraine defend for their sovereignty.
And then just very quickly, you said yesterday that the U.S. was ready to assist in the investigation if needed. As far as you know, is the U.S. providing any assistance in the investigation right now, and what kinds of assistance would be most helpful from the U.S.?
So I don't have any specifics to lay out for you at this time, but again, as you know, as I've mentioned a few times just now, is that the investigation is underway, and this is something that is of concern to us.
Thank you. Just to follow up on Nancy quickly. Is it on the table for the U.S. to have or engage in a nuclear response as retaliation if Russia were to launch a nuclear attack?
So the president has said this, and so has Jake Sullivan. We have characterized the consequences a number of ways, as you've heard from him. Jake Sullivan and others, and many others on our team, which is including catastrophic, severe, and decisive. We stand by all of them. The key point that when we say consequences, we will be real and they will be extraordinary. And we have said that we have made that very clear. Jake Sullivan said this, I believe, on your network, your Sunday show, where he has communicated privately to the Russians, and they understand what the consequences will be. We are not going to lay them out here in public.
I want to give you the opportunity to respond to something that was tweeted out today by the Russian government that said Joe Biden threatened to end Nord Stream. POTUS must give a definitive answer whether the United States acted on its threat on September 25th and 26th. Now, an administration official has called that absurd, but I just wanted to give you a chance to respond on the podium.
So, look, the president said that NS2 wouldn't become operational, and we would work with Germany on that. And he was right, because Germany took the step in February to freeze it, which was widely reported by all of you. And so that is what the president was talking about at that time.
But just broadly to the allegation that they're making online, that somehow the U.S. is responsible.
No.
Okay. And Karine, our CNBC team is reporting that the president's going to be briefed by his senior economic team later today on the economy, particularly amid concerns about what's happening in Europe and the UK specifically. One administration official saying the view continues to be that the United States is in a stronger position than any other country to navigate these global challenges, period. But my question for you, have concerns about a potential recession increased in the president's mind, given what we're seeing globally?
Here's what I will say, and the president talked about this a little bit on Monday during his event. So he wants the American people to know, because of Americans' resilience and the economic strategy that we have pursued for the past 19 months, the United States of America is a stronger position than any other country to navigate these global challenges. And that's just period. That's the way we see it. That's the way his economic team sees it. And that's because jobs are up, incomes are up, people are back at work, and American manufacturing is roaring back, up to close to 700,000 new jobs just this past 19 months. And let's not forget the legislation wins that you have seen from the Democrats in Congress. When you think about the Inflation Reduction Act, that's just going to help us lower prices for the American people. So of course we are always watching closely, and we will continue to watch closely. As you stated, stated, the president will meet with his senior members of his economic team, and he met with them on Friday. He will meet with them again today to get an update on the global economic developments, as he regularly does. But we feel like we are in a very strong position to weather these global challenges. So in attendance, I can share that with you. It's going to be the president's senior economic team, including secretaries of Treasury, Commerce, and Energy, the chair of the Council of Economic Advisors. Okay, Michael.
Thanks, Corinne. Obviously, the president spoke with the three Tampa area mayors yesterday, but the storm took a turn to the south last minute. So has the president spoken with any of the mayors being directly impacted by landfall?
So I don't have any calls to preview at this time. Once we do, we will preview those calls. As you know, and we say this all the time, is our team is in regular touch with local officials on the ground, especially at this time. As we've heard from FEMA and the administrator and her team, they are on the ground trying to help in every way possible. And we have put the full force of the federal government when it comes to making sure the people of Florida have the resources they need. I just listed out at the top of the briefing on all of the kind of resources, manpower, women power that's on the ground, water, food, and we will continue to move in that direction, making sure that the folks of Florida get what they need. If we have any calls to read out, we will surely share that with all of you.
And speaking of federal resources, the governor is asking the Defense Department to provide additional airlift capacity in anticipation of a massive high water recovery effort. Are you aware of that request, and do you expect it to be granted?
So I've heard some reporting on that request. I would have to check with our team to see where we are with that particular request from the governor. But again, the president has been very clear. He is going to do everything that he can. His administration, the federal agencies who are closely involved and aligned with Florida government to make sure that we deliver what they need. This is a critical time. We are praying for the people of Florida, but of course they have the full support of the federal government at this time as well. Okay, Steve.
I'm sorry to have to do this, but I'm compelled to ask you to go one more time back to the question about Congresswoman Walorski.
I'm not sure why. Why one more time?
Frankly, honestly, I think the memory of the Congresswoman and history requires some clarity here. Can you explain where the mistake was made? Was the president confused? Was something written in the teleprompter that he didn't recognize? Can you just help us understand what happened?
I mean, you're jumping to a lot of conclusions. No, but you're.
Find out what happened here.
I hear you, Stephen. I'm answering the question that you're jumping to a lot of conclusions. I just answered the question. If that had been the case, I would have stated that, right? I would clearly have stated what you just laid out. What I had said is that she was on top of mind, and that he is going to see her family in just 2 days' time on Friday to honor her work, to honor her legacy, if you will. I've just mentioned this. It's going to be a renaming of a VA clinic in Indiana in her name, and that is what he was thinking of. He was thinking about her. As he was naming out and calling out the congressional champions on this issue, on this really critical issue that's going to help millions of Americans, and that is what the president was focused on.
Would you be prepared to release the prepared remarks the president had in teleprompter, just so we can understand?
I'm not understanding why that would be necessary. We always share the remarks that the president had, even delivered. That's probably going to be up on the website. Not really sure what that has to do with anything. I just answered the question about her being on top of mind. I don't think that's unusual. I feel like many of us have gone through that particular time where someone is on top of mind and you call them out. And you mentioned him, especially in this type of context. If you think about how he's going to see the family in 2 days, if you think about how when he sees them in 2 days, it's going to be for such an important moment, signing a piece of legislation that's going to rename a VA clinic in her state. That's important. If you think about this issue and how important this issue is, and he was, again, calling out the congressional champions for this particular issue.
Let me ask you about something else. The president's schedule tonight has him attending a political fundraiser while the storm is hitting the state of Florida. Is it still his intent to go to the fundraiser, or will he stay here at the White House and monitor the building?
So we don't have anything to any changes in his schedule. He has been really steadfast and very clear, and has spoken multiple times on what is happening in Florida and what we are seeing with Hurricane Ian and other hurricanes right before. There's Hurricane Fiona as well, as you all know. And so his administration is on top of this. He, again, signed the declaration for Florida even before landfall, right? The moment that the governor asked for assistance from us, within hours, the president signed that declaration. You can see how focused he is on it. You can see how important of an issue this is. And sadly, this is not the first extreme weather scenario that we have had to deal with under this administration for the last 19 months. And you have seen, and I think you would agree, Stephen, you have seen this administration respond with efficiency, respond with the full force of resources, and certainly take this incredibly seriously.
The schedule has press coverage of the fundraiser tonight as restricted. Is the White House willing to lift that restriction and see to it that cameras are allowed in to videotape the president's remarks?
So as you know, that's a political event, so that's something for the DNC to speak to directly.
North Korea launched two short-term ballistic missiles off its east coast. Does the administration see this as time to Vice President Harris's visit to the DMZ, and are there any additional security precautions being made in light of that?
So I'll say this. So as you know, North Korea has a history of doing these types of tests. So it's not it's not unusual. It is something that they do. Historically, North Korea can speak for itself on why. That's not something that I'm going to speak to from here. What I can speak to is our rock-solid commitment to the security of our Japan and South Korea allies, and the Vice President's trip is a demonstration of that commitment.
And just on the permitting bill, you put out a statement yesterday after Senator Manchin withdrew the proposal. What is the administration's view of this legislation going forward, and is there any preferred vehicle for this bill? Senator Capito suggested the NDAA might be a possibility later this year.
So a couple of things. So first, I want to say that the president wants the government to remain open, and is glad that to Congress for making progress on continuing budget resolution. So I want to state that very clearly. But at the same time, the president believes we must pass the permitting reform bill so that the United States can realize the benefits of the historic investment in the Inflation Reduction Act and the bipartisan infrastructure law as well. He supports the permitting reform, as you know, as you stated from my statement yesterday. The administration will continue to work. The Congress leads the way on the mechanisms on how bills will move forward, and so we'll leave that up to leadership, but again, we will work closely with them.
Thank you, Kareem. Yesterday, President Biden mentioned Rick Scott and Ron Johnson, as well as Kevin McCarthy, warning about those three specifically and what the country would look like if they were in control. I wondered if you could talk about whether this will continue to be a theme for the president, and also he doesn't often mention Mitch McConnell in that context with those, and so does he view McConnell as differently from some of those?
No, I wouldn't go that far. What I would say is that those are the three that have been very vocal about the GOP agenda. Those are the three that have been very vocal about about putting Medicare and Social Security on the chopping blocks. When you think about when they say protect the lives of unborn children, they mean a national ban on abortion that puts doctors and nurses in jail for performing miscarriage management or saving the health of the mother. When they say, and I just mentioned this, when they say save and strengthen Social Security and Medicare, they want to slash private Social Security and put Medicare on the chopping blocks every 5 years. And so this is what we have seen from these three in particular. I mean, McCarthy was someone that we talked about because he had the GOP agenda. The GOP agenda, which does not have a commitment to the American people, which does not have a commitment in making sure that Americans get lower medical costs, our seniors get lower medical costs, or fight inflation. Matter of fact, the first thing that he wanted to do was get rid of the Inflation Reduction Act, which would actually hurt Americans. And so that is why we're calling them out. They've been very vocal and very out front about their GOP agenda, which is not about the American people, which is about their own, fight for big pharma, their own fight for wealthy special interests. And we are doing the complete opposite. We are fighting for the American people.
The president this week has talked about the importance of competition, tweeting capitalism without competition isn't capitalism, it's exploitation. There's some legislation on the Hill dealing with antitrust and big tech, including one co-sponsored by Amy Klobuchar, that's waiting for a vote to be scheduled. Is the president have any opinion on that? Is he pushing for a vote? Does he want Chuck Schumer to call for a vote on that before the election?
Don't have anything to share on that particular piece of legislation. I know that this is something that the senator has been fighting for some time and working on for some time, but the president has been very clear about his concern about the power large social media platforms have over everyday lives, and has long argued that tech platforms must be held accountable for the harms that they cause. And so the president will continue to call that out. I don't have anything specific on that particular legislation.
Lastly, I just wanted to return to this question of the Congresswoman, and I think we all totally get why she's top of mind. You've made that case pretty effectively.
Thank
but I
you.
think the confusing part is why, if she and the family is top of mind, does the president think that she's living and in the room?
I don't find that confusing. I mean, I think many people can speak to sometimes when you have someone top of mind, they're a top of mind, exactly that. And it is also, if you put it into the context, it's not like it happened outside of context, right? It happened at an event where we were calling out the champions, congressional champions in particular, of this issue, this important issue when it comes to food insecurity, something that this administration has led on from the beginning of this administration, not just across the country, but also globally. You heard him talk about food insecurity last week at the UN and the investments that we have put forward as the United States of America in helping deal with that. Look, he was at an event, you all saw, you all watched, which is why you're asking the question, right, where he was calling out, again, congressional leaders, a bipartisan leadership that we have seen on this particular issue. And again, he's going to see her family in just 2 days. And she was on top of mind. I mean, that is not an unusual scenario there.
Karine, I have John Lennon top of mind just about every day, but I'm not looking around for him anywhere.
When you sign a bill for John Lennon as president, then we can have this conversation. Okay, go ahead.
Just apologize.
These moments of confusion are happening with the Reese frequency.
Excuse me,
there are Americans are watching this that are having concerns. What do you say to that? This is a legitimate question. We need to have some answers.
At the end of the year, what can you tell us about
I'm sorry, somebody was yelling over you, so go ahead.
There are reports that Treasury Secretary Yellen is looking to leave.
It is not your turn to speak, and you're being rude to your colleagues, and let your colleague answer the question. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, you're yelling and over your colleague. So that is incredibly rude. So can you, go ahead.
There are reports that Treasury Secretary Yellen is looking to leave the administration at the end of the year. What can you tell us about those reports? And also, are you preparing for the departure of any other administration officials by the end of the year?
So, as been previously reported, Chair Rouse will return to Princeton University at the end of her 2-year public service leave, likely early spring of 2023. And while we are prudently planning for potential transitions post-midterm elections, neither Secretary Yellen or Brian Deese are part of those plans.
Thanks, Corinne. I just wanted to see if you had anything more in terms of a response to the North Korea missile launches. Was the president briefed specifically on this today? And does this change the vice president's plans to visit the DMZ tomorrow?
So just some top-line things here. I'll point you to the Department of Defense statement, which assessed this test didn't pose an immediate threat to the U.S. personnel or territory of our allies. And also, the United States condemns, as we have said many times when we have seen this behavior, the DPRK's ballistic missile launches. These launches are in violation of multiple United Nations Security Council resolution and poses a threat to the DPRK's neighbors and the international community. The United States is committed to the defense of our allies, South Korea, Japan, and we continue to call on North Korea to engage in diplomacy as it relates to the vice president's trip. So as you all know, on Thursday, which is tomorrow, as part of her trip to the Republic of Korea, ROK, the vice president will visit the DMZ. Nearly 70 years since the Korean armistice, the visit will underscore the strength of the U.S.-ROK alliance and the United States' commitment to stand beside the ROK in the face of any threats posed by the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The Vice President will tour sites at the DMZ, meet the service members, and receive an operational briefing from U.S. commanders. The Vice President will reflect on the shared sacrifice of tens of thousands of American and Korean soldiers who fought and died together, and will reaffirm the U.S. commitment to the ROK's defense in ironclad. As you just could tell, that trip is going to continue.
Thanks, Corinne. Can you address Democratic Representative Henry Cuellar's comments on Fox about the administration needing to do more on the border? He's, obviously been critical of the administration in the past, but is the White House ignoring the congressman as he appears to be contending?
So I've not seen those comments. What I can say, and what we have said many times from here, every individual encountered at the border is either expelled under Title 42 or placed in removal proceedings. That remains to be true. We are working to expedite the asylum process timing and have brought it down from years to months for many recent encounters. Of course, we could expedite the processing time even further, and you've heard me say this many times, if congressional Republicans would quit blocking our actions and start supporting the comprehensive immigration reform proposal that the president proposed on day one. And, we inherited a decimated, a gutted immigration system. And the president took this so seriously that on day one, again, he put forth a comprehensive plan. So we would look forward to having congressional Republicans join us in dealing with this issue.
On the hurricane, the president had some strong words for oil and gas executives. I wanted to ask, is the White House following up individually with those executives to speak directly about these kind of concerns? Any plans of bringing them in, for example?
So I don't have any actions here to preview for you at this time, but as I've noted, wholesale gas prices have declined about 3 times as much as retail gas prices over the last month, and in addition, oil and gas companies are making record profits and need to pass these savings on the consumers at the gas pump now. So the president is making that very clear. We are making that very clear, and we'll leave it as that. If there's more to preview, we certainly will share that.
Yeah, thanks very much. Just back to Florida for a second. Can you talk a little bit about how long the conversation was between the president and the governor? And also, did they touch on any other topics, like the governor sending the migrants to Martha's Vineyard?
So the call was just focused on the hurricane, the hurricane response. There was no other topic that was discussed on the call. I don't have a timeline of timing of how long the call was. I think the important thing is that the call happened, that the president was able to connect with the governor. They both agreed that they would that the president would be there to have the full force of the federal government behind Florida for the people of Florida, and they were committed to continued close coordination between the federal and state government. And so as we respond to the emergency, that was the commitment that they made. That was the conversation that was had. Again, the FEMA administrator has spoken to the governor. She spoke to governor many days ago. She said here, and I'll just reiterate, as I just said moments ago, her team has been on the ground with the governor and his team, and we will continue to work in close coordination.
Thank you so much. On the global economy, the strong dollar has an impact. Discussing with allies and partners, and how coordinated is the economic response, because we get warnings about global recession almost every day.
So the U.S. government, including the Department of Treasury, are always in touch with our allies and partners, including the UK, on the global economy. Don't have anything further to share on that piece. But again, this is, as I mentioned, when it comes to the global economy, this is something that we are clearly watching very closely. But we feel, as I stated a second ago, that we are in a strong position. The U.S. economy is in a strong position to deal with the global challenges ahead. Good. You're in the back there.
Thank you. I wanted to ask about something you said yesterday, but really quickly. Ambassador Rahm Emanuel has been in touch with the family of Navy Lieutenant Ridge Alconis, and a number of U.S. senators have sent a letter to the Japanese government asking them to revisit his case. I know the president has a lot on his plate, but is this something that he's been briefed about?
That one I would have to just check with his team, since to your point, there's just so much going on. So let me just check with this team on that particular question.
My second question is, during his second press conference, the president said of the midterm elections, I'm not going to say it's going to be legit. His subsequent preferred voter reforms, those did not pass Congress. And then yesterday you said, we are confident in the integrity of our elections here. My question is, what gives Biden confidence 6 weeks out from those elections that he didn't seem to have at the beginning of the year?
So can you do me a favor? Can I just go back and see his answer there? Because I want to see what context he was answering that question and how it was asked. So in order to give you a fulsome answer, I actually need to do that, just to be fair to you and to be fair certainly to the president as I represent him up here. So let me do that, and then I can get back to you on that particular question.
Just to try one more time, does the president believe that in his reference to the late Representative Jackie Walorski, who you have said from the podium numerous times he respects the work that she has done, he'll be meeting with her family to honor her work. Does he believe that he handled that reference appropriately, or is this something that he would like to get back?
Like to get back what?
He said, where is Jackie?
Look, I know this is a question that many of you have had. I've answered it multiple times already in this room, and my answer is certainly not going to change. All of you may have views on how I'm answering it, but I am answering the question to the way that he saw it and the way that we see it. We have to remember as well is that, this was an important event today. This was an event about food security. This was an event about how we're going to take the steps to get to eradicate hunger by 2030. And that is something that the president takes very personally. That is something that we wouldn't be doing this event that has not happened since President Nixon, right? That was 50 years ago that an event like this occurred at the White House. So clearly this is something that is important. Clearly this is something that he really honors both Republican and Democratic congressional champions when it comes to this issue. Again, she was at the top of mind. He is going to be seeing her family in 2 days to honor her, to honor the work that she has done. And you know, this was a remarkable legacy that she had, and we should be honoring that. I'm going to go to the back. Go ahead, Ellie in the back.
Governor Gavin Newsom has been successful in keeping universal school lunch, the program in California. They're seeing lots of great results with that. And I know that's an aspect of what they're talking about today, and that the administration, the Biden administration, does support universal school nutrition. However, the program was scrapped, and I'm wondering if there's any way to circumvent Congress in keeping free school lunch.
So the American Rescue Plan is what you're talking about, provided states to have those types of programs in schools. And again, when you think about the American Rescue Plan and all that it afforded, how it turned the economy back on, how it allowed states to really give a little bit of breathing room to their own constituencies, whether it is at schools, whether it is helping small businesses get back on their feet, and let's not forget opening schools as well. This is something that Democrats in Congress, including the president, had a zero focus on, like zeroed in on that focus on. And it was a bold action that the president believed needed to be taken. And let's not forget, it also helped to really deal with child poverty in communities that have really been hurt by this. And so, look, don't have anything new to share on that piece of that question that you just asked me, but I think it's also important to highlight how important the American Rescue Plan, how much it changed lives.
Is there any potential that universal school lunch will come back within this next couple of years?
Again, don't have anything to preview, but I also want to list out how important that American Rescue Plan was. And it gave states the funding to do just that, to do what you are laying out, and how critical that was at the time during a beginning of a pandemic, or even in the middle of a pandemic, because it lasted for some time, to deal with that issue. Don't have anything else to preview. I don't have anything else to share about what Congress is doing on that particular issue. But again, that is why this food insecurity issue that we dealt with today, this conference that we haven't seen in 50 years, and what the work of the agencies have been doing just for the past several months to deal with food insecurity, the fact that we are trying to end hunger by 2030, and not just us, in a bipartisan way with Congress, with this president. And so that is our work ahead, to see if we can get to that goal, and we put out a fact sheet. We listed out the ways that we're going to get there. All right, thanks everybody. I'll see you on Friday. Thanks everybody.
Yo, she ran out of there, son. She was like, I ain't answering no questions about whether or not Joe Biden is cognitively in decline, because we all know he's cognitively in decline, but the reporters were pissed. You even had liberal reporters that are like, listen, I mean, that's the most clear and possible example that we have of him being completely batshit crazy. She didn't want to answer that or anything regarding that because she sucks and nobody likes her. You know, nobody does. It's scientifically proven. I gotta try to close some of these windows because it's fucking lagging. And I don't know why. You guys want to see some crazy videos? April's been sending them to me. I haven't been able to play them because I've been busy trying to set up a MiFi because I'm not even in the least bit technical. Yo, watch this shit. You're gonna see some houses float away. This is oh my gosh. It's fucking insane. It's insane. I don't care who you are right there. This stuff is insane. Watch this video. That's devastating. That is devastating. That's people's whole livelihoods and everything, which is the craziest thing. I mean, that's not the craziest thing. We even have crazier things. Like, say, this. This is pretty crazy. This also happened today. Yes, that's a shark in someone's front yard. Looks like a hammerhead shark. Oh, yeah. Here's a time-lapse video which shows the flooding. Watch this. That's at least 6 feet. Look at it. Watch this stop sign. Can you? Oh, you can't see the stop sign because I have this on the wrong screen. Can you see it there? No. Here. This is probably the best way for you. Watch that stop sign right here. Shit is fucking insane. Insane. Ever wonder what it was like to be inside of one of those NORAD tracking vehicles or planes?
We're all right. We're all right.
This is insane. Is this just a photo? Just a photo. That's insane. This person said, I have flown in storms for the last 6 years. This flight to Hurricane Ivan on Kermit is the worst I've been on. I've never seen so much lightning in the eye. This was the eye. You could see the curvature. Understand this is at night. The light is from the lightning. Holy cow. Holy cow. That's not real. That's not real. That's not real. There's no way that's real. That's gotta be fake. That's gotta be fake. That's not real. Oh my gosh. That cannot be real. Oh, that man just did me in for the day. Oh my God. There's no way that's real. That's gotta be fake. That's gotta be fake. Oh man. We just watched that video. Like, I literally teared up from that video. That just made my day. Oh, this is some other sad video. This is, oh, God, it creeps me out. This is a street. This is a street. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That is insane. Let's check on some of these storm chasers, see how they're doing. They're in the middle of it. Whoa, look at that difference.
The worst of it's still to come. I'm telling you, because there's like
that's like the most worst part about all this, is knowing that there are people fighting for their lives right now.
Huge burst. Here comes another one.
At 4:45, we've been watching this on Fox Weather all morning.
This ain't bad. That's ominous. That's some Cat 1 winds there.
Yeah, it's not so good. Not with the big loud boom. It's getting wet. Is the sun coming out? Good gust. Watch that stop sign there. Scoop.
We're gonna drive.
I can't see it, but
Right straight in front of us behind that street.
This is Aaron. Hey, should I go down tomorrow? Or even start driving tonight? Let me know. What do you think? Should I go down tomorrow or tonight? I could start driving tonight. Be down there to survey some of the damage and show you guys the aftermath of some of this. If you want to, so I am going down one time. I just don't know whether I should leave sooner than later, if I should wait. If you want to support the trip, please consider supporting this way through Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. I don't know. You could live stream helping people. I wouldn't live stream helping people. I would just help people. It'll be massive amounts of traffic. I need your help, though, to be able to afford to go. You know what I mean? This is crazy.
You're gonna get a little wet now.
I'm at least a half a day away anyway, guys. It's a 790 miles, 800 miles.
It ain't even matter.
Okay, now it's... Yeah, this is sustained. Holy crap.
I am definitely surprised the stream is still holding up. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I am mind blown by that, honestly. Yeah. Although their phone towers are probably freaking on roids down here for this reason.
Yeah, I think Florida, I mean, I haven't looked down at the town yet, but I think it's definitely a better building code than Louisiana. Because Louisiana was tore up by now. It was tore up before we even got all the way through the eye wall. Like, at this moment, it probably was the worst when it was just...
Like, every town and city I seen in Louisiana was, like, rough.
To answer your question, or I saw someone making insinuations that we wouldn't be able to get in. We're credentialed media, so we'd be able to get in. But I wouldn't want to go just to... there's nothing I could do until the waters recede anyway. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how long it's going to take for it to recede. I think I'll just stick with the original plan. I'll just talk to my wife about my son's dentist appointment. Someone said, stay put. How many of you guys have ever worked in like an emergency management scene or a natural disaster? Because I have. So everyone says that I'd be in their way and all that stuff. You're a little out of your league there. You know, I have the incident command certs and all that stuff. So I'm well aware of the procedures that are in place during these type of events. My thing is I wouldn't want to go down and not be able to do anything. You know what I mean? Except live stream. That's not what I want to do. I would want to be able to help. I wish I still had a truck. If I had a truck, I would run. I'd fill the trailer full of stuff and bring the trailer down with supplies, donations, and things like that. Because I don't want to take the whole motor home. That would be far too expensive in gas. It's insane. Look at this view. It's crazy. They're spin up tornadoes too. That's why I was thinking how much to rent a truck. It's expensive because I looked into that first. I was thinking about renting a box truck, like a 23-foot Penske or a 26-foot Penske truck, buying a crap ton of water because I could go buy pallets. We have it all up here. I could go buy, pallets of water from Costco for I think like $700 a pallet. I could take each pallet's 1,900 pounds, so on the back of a truck, I could take 5 pallets and then other things too of water because they always need water, and then haul it down and still be legal in terms of weight. Obviously, I've already thought about that, but they wanted $5,500 to rent a Penske truck.
Is he out of his car? No. Oh, okay.
News says it's about to make landfall, winds 25 miles per hour. 25 MP. Yeah, let's see.
We're going to be keeping you guys updated throughout the day on
This is Tampa?
as it makes
That's
landfall.
live in
But
Tampa?
here in
What?
St. Petersburg, we are really on the north end of this storm. It's going to be moving up into our area over the next couple of hours, and we'll keep you guys updated. Martha, back to you.
All right, Max, thank you very much.
Yeah,
We
so
heard
this is
from
Tampa as
the
well.
governor,
It just looked clear
DeSantis,
where
a
he
little while
was.
ago, saying that some
So these guys are all by Punta Gorda. See, they're starting to lose cell signal now. They all are. See? All at once. They're going to start losing it.
Whew, that was a gust now.
Yeah. So the cell towers are now going down out there as well. or people are freaking out and calling for, you know, help and no, this is the cell towers are going down.
So they're not in the eye wall yet?
We're like getting to the.
Oh, he's talking to us.
We're getting to the nitty gritty of it.
Yeah, so isn't this the windiest part? Yeah, see that last one.
They got fire alarms going off by them.
Tornado chasing right now. I think we can get out of here.
It is cranking. Look at the winds, man. It took me a while before they would let me in New Orleans. I had to wait days in a motel. Yeah. Matt said you're in Clearwater, some wind, but that's it so far. Clearwater's where I used to do all the powerlifting competitions when we lived down there, which is pretty close to Tampa too. He said some wind. So you stay safe too. I didn't know you were in Florida, Matt. You be safe. Battery backup of towers are running out. Someone else said. Yeah, they're definitely. This guy's kind of back up. Someone said Lakeland River's crested.
Look at the debris. Look at the debris.
Whoa. Where are all the crazy reporters that come to broadcast?
Wild guys.
There's no service. They can't do shit. They can't, you know what I mean? That would be the same thing if I was down there. Wow, that got really big. There's no service. So you can't live stream. They all use the same thing. Imagine the big backpacks are essentially like 8 of these from different carriers on them. That's what they are. That's what this is. This is a, you know, a 5G hotspot.
Roof on the bank that's right behind us right here. This thing's about to fall off.
Someone said, why risk blowing a transformer if you could just shut down the power while the storm is blowing? I don't know.
Guys. Wow. I'm a little nervous. I'm okay right now. These winds are definitely picking up.
This is the Weather Channel.
Good afternoon from Fort Myers, and this is the worst of Hurricane Ian. We have come up here for safety from the surge. Look at the wind howling through here, and where we were earlier, it looks like there's 3 or 4 feet of water. Waves crashing over the area from this morning. These winds are howling hurricane force plus and gusting over 100 miles an hour. The entire area, everything that's not up 20 feet is underwater right now. And it's just, this is one of the worst hurricanes I've ever been in, and maybe the worst as far as covering. Over 25 years and 90 storms, to be right in the eye wall of a high-end Cat 4. And the wind, let's just listen to the wind.
Yeah, we hear it.
This just amazing. And the issue is we're going to stay in this eye wall for a foreseeable future. So this is going to continue. I got to believe Fort Myers Beach, Sanibel, Captiva, it's going to look like Mexico Beach after Hurricane Michael 4 years ago. I'm seeing debris floating in the Caloosahatchee River. If you can see it, looks like a North Atlantic Ocean storm here in Fort Myers.
Christina, hopefully your family's good in Fort Myers. It flooded out pretty crazy.
Now it is getting channeled a little bit, but boy, this is just
Look, I've never seen anything like that with winds like that.
Season, we thought wasn't going to even turn on, and look at this, late September, and we've got our first landfalling hurricane shortly here in the continental United States. I'm going to go right around the corner here. Stay out of the wind. Oh my gosh. The ocean, the river and the Gulf have just taken over everything. Water out here looks like about 4 feet deep. The pool has been completely annihilated by the surge.
West Palm Beach is fine. That's on the other side of the state. Wow. Wow. That is an incredible video. That is an incredible video. Here's another one. This one shows flooding in Naples. People are wading through chest-deep water in Naples is the caption of this video. Holy fuck. There's another person. This is photos of the storm surge at Fort Myers Beach. That's that. Wow, dude. Holy shit, dude. That's a second floor lanai, the person writes. This is the second floor. My goodness. This is insane. I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, Katrina, you know, but I don't really remember Katrina. Not like this. This is insane. It's the guy who rescued the cat. Let's see what Fox News is up to.
Where you are in terms of where this storm is right now.
Okay, so I'm in South Venice, and I'm actually not even a mile away from the Gulf, where my position is. People that know me on Facebook, I've been posting stuff all day long. And the way the storm is coming, the east side of my house.
Check in with this fella. He's still up on the roof.
41 southbound.
Get out of the picture.
We gotta go south, guys. We gotta go south.
Cheap. There's been 7,000 troops, 5,000 Florida National Guard, and 2,000 troops from other states that have been called up to active duty, from what I understand. Look at this. Look, that car has a tree branch through it. Camera crews, these dudes are crazy. Where's he going? It's official landfall. It's moving at 9 miles per hour currently. Look at the trees down everywhere.
Florida, you gotta take a picture of me in the eye wall. You got to.
I'm so hungry.
In 600 feet, turn right on Carroll Court.
So are they just trying to get to where the eye is so they're in the clear? Because they're both, or two of them are moving. This guy and this guy are both going somewhere. This guy's not. He zoomed way in though. And this guy's stationary too. They already may be in the eye wall.
Head northwest on Taylor Street toward West.
Can't even see shit. Oh my god, dude. You can't even see anything. Holy shit. Holy cow.
I think it's too much street flooding, guys.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, so people in his chat are saying he's trying to make his way to the eye. These guys are
I don't think alarm's going off the surge.
still there. National Weather Service at 3 p.m. Category 4 winds at 150 miles an hour, moving north-northeast at 9 miles an hour.
I think we're gonna get it here. We're almost in the eye, guys.
Can't even see anything at all. I don't know what they're driving a tank, because how is it not blown over with winds like that? Look at the winds. Oh my gosh.
Trying to come over here.
Even this is picked up. This is the original guy that we got all the subs for.
He could have done it. It's like, not with gusts like that.
No.
They're like hidden behind a barricade or something.
Out there.
No.
They've been parked there for a long time. This guy's in a parking garage. Oh, so he's in the same area. So listen.
You will see it in real person. Look at the live stream. It's so more intense in person.
Actually, I don't hear him now. Why? So you can kind of hear it.
Vincent and them looking at.
This is insane.
Huge wins!
These dudes are so crazy.
Power surge! How's that stoplight still working?
He's so excited. These guys are crazy. Oh man, look at that. How is the car on the ground? Holy cow.
968 millibars?
He's probably in a storm truck. Yeah, he must be, right? If these guys chase tornadoes, maybe he's just in one of those heavy-ass trucks. Because isn't that what they do for tornadoes? To keep them on the ground?
Let's see, we're going to do a Kestrel reading real quick.
Here we go, baby. Here we go. We're on. Let's ride this thing out. You can't see a dang thing. No,
So
you can't.
fucking nuts.
You can't see a dang thing, man. All right, let's get out here in this. Oh my God. Kestrel. Needs to be quick.
Is there a description on the vehicle? He doesn't have, maybe on Facebook? This page hasn't been updated in a long time, so probably not. Come on. Frozen, hold on.
Guys, we're just minutes away from the eye. The worst part right now. We're about to get the worst right now. Mesovortices reaching into the eye. To the south.
Look at the wind shake the car.
Discuss yet.
This is Tampa, Florida. This Tampa Bay.
The car's going in all directions. Bouncing like we're driving down a rocky road or something.
They're in the eye.
963 millibars. Turning my 360 camera on. We're gonna capture the eye.
Holy
and enter
cow,
the eye.
that's cool.
Come on, Jay.
He's in the middle of the eye?
Get the 360 on. Power surge.
Look at that.
Oh, it's clear. It's calming down, maybe. No, I can't be in it yet. I think we got more. Wow! What a storm! Oh my God! Look at these clouds.
Look at that.
House, our Ohio house, got wrecked with wind.
Crazy people.
Head out the window. It's on. We're capturing 360 footage. Come on, stadium. Come on, stadium wall. Stadium eye effect. It's calming down, guys. I think there's still worse to come, though. It's wobbling back this way, guys. It's gonna wobble this way. We're gonna get the eye. It's gonna wobble this way. It's wobbling. It's a wobbler! A little bit more to get through. Power flash! That's a big gust coming, guys. Big gust coming from that power flash, likely. Get ready. Biggest gust yet, maybe coming right now. .966 millibars. Sheet metal flying. Here it comes. Biggest gust right now. Biggest winds. Power flash off to my right and then a surge sound.
Probably still.
They usually just like point in the waves and just plow through it.
Their camera's done. It is done. Look how fast the clouds are moving. That's pretty awesome. I don't know what the difference, what that 966, the millibars, even stands for.
Oh my God, nature's fury! Ow, those raindrops hurt my head. Holding the anemometer out there.
low pressure.
Oh my God, they sting.
What is it? The lower the pressure, the more powerful the storm is? I don't know. That was a question. Because I don't know the answer. Oh, yeah. April just said, yep. Like a jet blowing. Oh, shit. So this is right by Punta Gorda. Let's double up, see if there's anything new on social media while we're waiting. We showed some of the crazy video from out there.
Almost in it, guys. Almost in it. Come on,
And
Storm.
I'll
Wobble
leave
up.
the audio on
Wobble
so we
up.
can hear.
Oh, huge street sign just went flying down the road. Like one of those interstate, big interstate ones.
Look, this is inside a hotel. This is going up to the second floor of a hotel, they said. Isn't that what it says? Water creeping up to the first floor of our hotel. Looks like the inside of the Titanic. Cars are fully underwater. Oh my goodness. Let's put the sound back on this guy so we can tell when it gets in there. Look at that. Cars are floating down the streets in Naples. Ooh. Here's extremely dangerous Category 4 Hurricane Ian makes landfall in southwestern Florida. Doppler radar imagery indicates the eye of Ian made landfall across the southwestern coast of Florida near Cayo Costa around 3:05 p.m. Maximum sustained winds were estimated near 150 miles an hour. The latest minimum central pressure estimate was 940 MB. Good. We know it's hit land, so it's gonna mellow out, right? That's how it works, I believe. I don't know. Them saving the cat, we saw that. This is video of it making landfall. Hurricanes are something else. Look, this is Naples. This is saying that they have a curfew, and this is like downtown, I guess, in Naples. That's crazy.
Biggest gust yet, right there. Debris flying everywhere.
I need sugar. I may have to run out to the store real quick and get sugar.
No, I think it was a street light. It's the metal covering of a street light.
Okay. Got it a little bit. I'm gonna go to the store, get some candy and a Red Bull. I'll just leave this up. You know? I just remembered Wednesdays are the days I don't typically do shows because my body needs to relax. So I think my brain is like, don't. Not Steve. I'm gonna go to sleep, Steve. You know? The lower the MB, the worse it is. There's another video.
car, restaurants from the beach are like basically rolling down the street piece by piece. You got restaurants from the beach rolling down the street piece by piece, houses going under, you see boats sinking, boats are coming up through the roofs of their little garages that they had on the canal. It's just really, it's actually crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, definitely evacuating next time. Like houses are coming up.
He said definitely evacuating next time.
I don't think I'm gonna be.
Got lighter on this picture, didn't it? Much lighter.
Come on, Storm. Wobble left.
There we go. It's about the best we can do. Yeah, okay.
So it seems like all of these storm chasers are kind of in the same garage. Huh. Like this guy's
I
on.
just want to see what that guy's seeing because he's got like the trees were starting to fall apart all in the road.
All right, I'm just gonna leave this up. I'm gonna run to the store real quick. I'll be back in what? 10 minutes. Time it.
It's wobbling left, guys. We're gonna get the eye good, I think. Just a question of whether it's clear or not. $962 millibars here. Oh wait, that was, yeah, the minimum was 962. 964 right now. We hit 962. Should go down more as we get to the very center. Or closer to the center. We're still barely in the inner eye wall, guys. Could still see the strongest winds yet. But it is also going to calm down here anytime now. The next 10-15 minutes we should have calmness, guys.
Did he go through the eye? Did he?
Usual in the core of a tropical cyclone because it's very.
No, he didn't. This is the bridge in Tampa. So is this one. Tampa's starting to get it.
Special events and unique adventures. Download best.
Yeah, dude. Pretty crazy. In Wyckoff Stream, the cops are saying you need the press pass from the sheriff's office for what? To be out and about?
To put out a campfire, drown with water.
True, and that is just simple.
Be careful. All right,
Thank
you.
Guys, have a good one.
Good
God
luck.
bless.
Be careful out there.
Oh look, they're actually letting us in.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Well, see, there you go.
I don't know where they
how
are.
You handle the cops. I mean, it's simple as that. I mean, he asked me for my ID. Legally, I should not have to give you my ID because I wasn't breaking any laws. But to obey, problem, here's your ID, or here's my ID.
I wonder why his
They looked
stream
it
is
over,
freezing on
they
me.
matched, and they called the press pass, all that. And they said, have a good day.
Well, that's an overreach anyway.
Coming from that great community are just unbelievable of boats that are in parking lots.
What? It's all on live. Everything.
It's weird. His video won't play.
Documented. So that's why I like live stream.
Every other video will play, but not his. That's weird.
Big time.
I don't know how much more you could dry out a cell phone to make it work. Like, spinning that thing for over an hour.
There goes something taking flight.
Dang, it's getting crazy right now. I just don't think it looks like it because it's not wet.
Is that a funnel? I'll show you something.
Definitely got some spin on it a little
Yeah,
bit.
it was definitely spinning.
That's what those
A canoe.
Maybe one of those little dinghies from a boat to another.
A canoe.
I don't think it's a boat.
Yeah, but I'll tell you though, I mean, they are dedicating their life, you know, to be out here.
Yeah.
And that is, what is
the
that?
heck is it?
Oh, that's an awning.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
What's that battery percent? Still 57?
Yeah.
That right-hand turn up there was a little tough.
Yeah.
I am asking for 2 minutes of calmness so I can take a leak. That's wild, getting grass stuck to my windows and we're like, what, 5-6 stories high? Yeah, don't pee in the wind.
Unless you like being peed on.
Maybe if you get a jellyfish sting or something.
That's...
What? Yeah, no, they need to shut them off.
I gotta go change. At some point, I am free. I'm just really tired of being wet. That out later. Oh, something's getting shredded.
I can only imagine what it looks like down there.
Probably pretty tore up.
Not too good.
Are we still getting the storm surge, you think?
I don't know.
Starting to calm down a little, guys. Let's see if it's a little calmer and clearer. Just...
Road's blocked. Right.
Big tree down across the road up here. Big tree down. Another big tree down. .957 lowest reading. We got 958 right now. Bird trying to fly.
Dead center, or we will be getting into dead center of Hurricane Ian.
Hotel called Woody's that is always
vibration too.
Yeah, it was like,
Oh, over near the
5 nautical miles wide.
Huge gust blasting me. Shoving the car to the side. I got another Alamo off to the left. I-75's off to the left there. Scouted out this area earlier. Surprised the winds haven't calmed down yet.
yes, 100% on that. Where's my mods at? Jimbo, go ahead and take care of that, please. Thank you.
come up 3 feet. So he's watching it fill in. Down here?
Yep.
That's where I'm gonna be for the long haul.
Punta Gorda. Whoever that was.
He turns right here. No, he's not. He's going straight, so it wasn't where the cops were.
Did he drive in the Category 4 storm?
They did. They were going to stop emergency services to keep their own people safe.
Fort Myers
So
is
that's
still
exactly
cranking
what
pretty
has
good.
happened.
It doesn't look as windy as it was
God
before,
forbid
but still
people are
cranking pretty
stranded in
good.
those homes or anywhere on those places where the surge came in. You just, I can't even imagine trying to survive in a situation like that. Not only the surge, but
It's
the
weird,
wind,
right? Because
like
the
what
Dow
we're
is
seeing
actually
here,
up right
and
now.
the rains.
Isn't that weird? The Dow is up. It's crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. I tell you what. It's some crazy stuff. Steve looks good in a button up, do I? Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Waiting for this page to load. Sorry. Okay, this is the wrong one. All right. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to close all these windows because it's bogging down my shit pretty bad. Bear with me. Bear with me. That's a song I wrote. It's very good. If you're into dudes who can't sing, attempting to sing. Live on stream. Someone said, about 7 years ago, my half-sister from Panama City was basically homeless, living in a boat with her boyfriend. A hurricane came through, and they tried to ride it out, but my sister got tossed off the boat. Oh, that's crazy. Tornado in Delray Beach. That's not surprising. There's been some tornadoes. There's been some tornadoes for sure. So this is what I'm doing right now. It's 4 o'clock. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to change this to 6 p.m. And I have to do this and put this over here. I wrote that. Copywritten. Don't try it. Change that until 9 p.m. like that, and then okay, save. And then at 9, I'm going to put this to come back on. Hold on. You'll know what I'm doing in a second. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Yeah, whoever said I look good in a collar shirt, I'm also wearing pants. Yeah. I never wear pants. That's why that's notable. I normally wear shorts. What the fuck is going on here? Today is the 28th. Tomorrow's the 29th. There we go. Put this here. Like this. And then we'll change that to 10. I will build the rest later. Dress up day. No, it's because it's cold. It was 41 degrees here this morning. And I was cold. I was cold in my house. And the heat, it's now warm in here because all the computers and the lights and all that. But it was cold in here this morning too, the office. But even outside, it's still only like 60 degrees. outside. All right. Well, today I think I got enough, to pay for the gas going down. So my plan right now is I'm actually going to go and I'm going to get the oil changed in my car. Tomorrow morning, I have to, I'm going to pay the rent for the office and the warehouse. And then I'm going to drive down to Florida. And I'm just going to go by myself. But I want to cover this and see and just whatever. I'm going to take my wife's car too. So that way it's does well. But I'm going to get everything so for the most part set up so I can do what I need to do, but I need to get my oil changed. Someone said, did she tell you about her experience being washed away by a hurricane? Did she hang on to something? No, I was reading a comment that someone wrote. But yep. So that's my plan. And then I will try to be back on time for my son's dentist appointment. So that's my plan. So what I'm going to do for you guys right now, for everyone that's watching on citizenstringer.tv, I'm going to put up the live cameras that we have from Deerfield, Fort Myers, the same placeholder one that we've been running 24/7. We're going to throw that up. And then, the next time you'll hear from me should be right around 12 o'clock, right around 10 or 11 or whatever. With any luck, knock on wood, I'll be on my way down there. And I'm not in a rush. So I may not even leave till tomorrow night because I want the water to go away, to recede. And I don't want to be a burden to anybody. I want to go down there and film what's going on so we could actually see it. So that's what I'm going to do. But I need to go get my oil changed in my car. Flooded Fort Myers fire station. Look at this. April's still sending pictures. Look at this one. Oh, man, I am tired. Oh, shit. Watch. Oh, what are they? Still images? It's a Fort Myers fire station. Jesus. That's a lot of water, man. That's waist high water right there. That is insane. All U.S. citizens have been told to leave Russia by the U.S. Embassy. I think that was already going on. There have been Russian, Chinese boats, yeah. There's no verified accounts of that I've seen. The boats off of, where the Coast Guard ran into them and off the coast of Alaska. Jim Cantor is blown away. Oh. Caught a tree in the leg. That must not have felt good. I wouldn't say blown away. The caption said he was blown away. He was blown pretty good. That tree hit him pretty fast and hard, but it was low on the ankle where his boots probably sit, so he's probably okay. That wind is cranking. So yeah, the embassy is now saying it's because they warned Russia will constrict them. Oh, really? That's what the U.S. is saying now? Yeah. Oh, my gosh. There's so many crazy videos on social media. So many crazy videos. Yep. So that's the plan. I'm going to just go home. Usually Wednesdays are the days I take off anyway from doing live streams and hang out with my family. At some point tomorrow, I'm going to start heading down to Florida. Maybe I'll wait and do it late or even Friday morning. I don't know. Part of me, like in my brain, like what? I need your opinion. Okay. I need your opinion. My brain is telling me not to go until Friday. You guys have heard me like run it through several times. Like everything else is like, go now. But I keep popping in my head not to go till Friday. Should I just wait until Friday? Do you know what I mean? Should I just wait until Friday? That's what my brain keeps saying. Because my original plan, I was going to drive straight down Friday, be there Saturday, film, and then jump in the car and drive straight back on Sunday. You know what I mean? And film. And then if something did, be there. Because I worried that if I go there too early, then I'm just going to be in the middle. Someone said, do not go during. If I was to go during, I would already be there. This whole thing, there's not going to be any water there tomorrow. That's my belief. I believe all the water is all going to rush out. As soon as this storm passes tonight around 10 o'clock, all of that water is going to go. It's not going to stay there. They're not going to be underwater. Everyone's saying Friday. All right. So that's the plan. I'll drive down Friday. I'll be down there Saturday. I'll live stream the way down. And then when I'm down there, and then I'll drive back up on Sunday. I think that makes the most sense. Someone said, I think it would be best there to help. Yeah, but see, they also don't like when you have a mass emergency or a mass crisis event. They don't want a bunch of people just randomly showing up. I would like to go with a bunch of stuff. Maybe when I'm down there and we see what's there, we can raise a bunch of money for supplies and stuff. Large cranes have crashed. 2 of the 4 cranes we were watching collapsed. Large high-rise cranes are downed. Why didn't they remove them? They knew the shit was coming. So all the high-rise cranes, those big like L-shaped cranes, I used to transport those when I was a broker. They fell. Hopefully they didn't fall on buildings. We don't know. That was in Port Charlotte, Florida. That's insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Let's see what else. I'm just looking at some of these pictures. Sorry, you guys aren't seeing it. Surgeon in Fort Myers. That was 2 hours ago. Citing CNN as the source of like saying you're a marine biologist because you watch SpongeBob. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. But yeah, so that's my plan. I think I may go tomorrow, or I just may wait until Friday, which was my original plan all along. Because I was either going to go to Michigan to the Trump rally on Friday, be there for Saturday, and then film and then leave. Or Florida. And to be honest, it's about the same distance. And who knows, this storm may, cause some havoc somewhere closer, and you guys may want me to go there instead. So as of right now, that is the plan. I'll be live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And if I'm in a vehicle driving, then that means where I'm going. If I'm not in a vehicle, then that means I've decided to wait until Friday. I'm not going to do a show tonight. What I'm going to put up on now is going to be this video, which we're running on Citizen Stringer, but this is only going to be on Citizen Stringer TV until 6 p.m. Pizza and Tilly is going to be on from 6 until 9 p.m. And then this is going to come back. If anyone on social media wants to watch this, you can go to Citizen Stringer TV on YouTube and go. Someone said, who else wears it or leaves a crane up? Yeah, I don't know. And they left 4 of them, which is crazy. But yeah, so I'm going to leave this up. There is no sound. Yes, there is. So I'm going to leave it up with the sound not super loud because I don't want to blow it up for anyone. But I'm going to leave this on, and I'm going to go get my oil change real quick, and then go spend the evening with my family, and and then I'll be around in the morning, and then I'll make my determination on when I'm going. Check on services down in the area you're going so you don't end up with no signal. Yeah, but I record video anyway, so it doesn't matter about signal. If I can't go live, I can't go live. And it just means I won't make any money because we don't sell footage. Maybe we should start selling footage. We just don't do it. All right, anyway. We'll see you later. Goodbye.